Hello, everyone, and welcome to Holy Thursday. My name is Lisa Cataline, and I'm the Director of Campus Ministry at Alverno College. Today begins the Triduum, and the Triduum is the three holiest days of the Christian calendar. It's one very long, connected liturgical celebration. And obviously, our celebration of the Triduum will be vastly different than years past as a church. However, there are still many opportunities to reflect and pray together, whether it's virtual, whether it's live streaming a service, whether it's spending some time with family. Tonight marks the beginning of Jesus' passion on the way to Calvary. And so we'll pray with the reading of Holy Thursday, which is John chapter 13, verses 1 through 15. And this is the narrative of the institution of the Eucharist. This is a reading from the Holy Gospel according to John. Before the feast of the Passover, Jesus knew that his hour had come to pass from this world to the Father. He loved his own in the world, and he loved them to the end. The devil had already induced Judas, son of Simon the Iscariot, to hand him over. So, during supper, fully aware that the Father had put everything into his power, and that he had come from God, and was returning to God, he rose from supper and took off his outer garments. Jesus took a towel and tied it around his waist. Then he poured water into a basin and began to wash the disciples' feet and dry them with the towel around his waist. He came to Simon Peter, who said to him, "Master, are you going to wash my feet?" Jesus answered and said to him, "What I am doing you do not understand now, but you will understand later." Peter said to him, "You will never wash my feet." Jesus answered him, "Unless I wash you, you will have no inheritance with me." Simon Peter said to him, "Master, then not only my feet, but my hands and head as well." Jesus said to him, "Whoever has bathed has no need except to have his feet washed, for he is clean all over. So you are clean, but not all." For he knew who would betray him. For this reason he said, "Not all of you are clean." So when Jesus had washed their feet and put his garments back on and reclined at table, again he said to them, "Do you realize what I have done for you? You call me teacher and master, and rightly so, for indeed I am. If I, therefore, the master and teacher, have washed your feet, you ought to wash one another's feet. I have given you a model to follow, so that as I have done for you, you should also do." My sisters and brothers, this is the gospel of the Lord. This is a very powerful passage and might conjure up memories of Holy Thursdays in the past. Obviously, this marking of Holy Thursday this year amidst the COVID-19 pandemic will be quite different. And so I invite you to really consider that even still, Jesus is before us, on his knees, ready to wash us again in his love. He offers us these words of "Take, eat, this is my body. Take, drink, this is my blood." And he takes off his outer garment and he humbly bends down, and that's a really profound action. And so you might want to recall a time where you've participated in a Holy Thursday service. You may have witnessed or participated in a communal foot washing, or you may have kept watch in Eucharistic adoration. I invite you to take a few moments to savor this memory, to call to mind how your senses were engaged, to recall how Jesus was present to you and how the community was present. What was the predominant feeling of this sacred experience? For me, a profound image and memory of the Holy Thursday washing of the feet was when I lived in California during graduate school. And I went to a church on Holy Thursday in my first year of grad school in 2016. And I didn't plan to participate in the foot washing. I was a little uncomfortable. I didn't want to take up someone else's spot. And for some reason, I was compelled to walk up. And what happened was I ended up washing the feet of like a 3-year-old girl. And it was really powerful to see that anyone, regardless of age, really requires that their feet be washed, that we're called to serve all peoples and creation. We're called to humble ourselves and to be present to Jesus in our midst. Even if when that Jesus shows up in a 3-year-old girl who's kind of giggly in the water. And so again, I invite you to consider a previous experience of Holy Thursday in this time for your prayer. You might have an image of Pope Francis washing the feet of some Muslim brothers and sisters, or washing the feet of people who are incarcerated. And let these images of mercy, of deep love, and servant leadership guide you. Blessings on your Holy Thursday as we begin this Triduum.